I've come out this morning chasing a little bit of gold again. I've come to an area that is it's very hilly. Tracks in are very muddy, all rutted out, and it's a real pain to get to. But I've got a bit of a secret weapon. So the secret weapon's an e-bike. I use this quite often when I've got to get to inaccessible areas. You can just load it up and this thing just glides over the ground, and really no hassle to carry as much weight as you need. I generally use it a few times a year just to go to a few spots that aren't quite so easy to get to. We'll see how we go, and I'll get back to you when I find my first signal. So I've got the first signal for the day, most likely lead shot, but we'll give it a go and fingers crossed. I always just take the top off first, go down a little at a time. The deeper you get, the more you hope it's going to be a bit of gold. Fairly faint signal. That's a bit better. Yeah, here's a bit of gold. Absolutely tiny. That's a great start. Only been detecting for a few minutes. gold. Tiny little bit. Just got a signal in the side of this wall of a sluice pile. I'll dig it out, but I just thought I'd mention that if you're enjoying the video, if you want to leave a message, like it or subscribe to the channel, that'd be great. I really enjoy when people leave messages and yeah, being able to chat to people that watch the videos. I'm always a bit hopeful when it gets below the dirt and into the sort of gravels. Yes, it can be lead shot, but quite often it's more than likely a bit of gold. Not a big target, whatever it is. Small. Something heavy there. It's a tiny little bit of gold. So I was in the right place. It was below the dirt and then down in the sort of paler gravels. Absolutely tiny though. So I'll just show you this little bit of gold I found. It's in an old sluice pile with some sort of fine gravels around it. Plenty of people seem to have gone over this area, but if you go a bit slower, really listen, they're great places to find gold. I'm still going over this sluice pile where I just got the last little bit. Right next to where I got that bit, someone had dug. Whether they got gold or not, I don't know, but there was a sort of semi-open hole right next to it. I've got another signal only about a metre away, and it's right where someone has dug as well. So just because other people have dug in the area, don't let that get you down. Quite often people aren't going to get it all. And if you go along in that area, nice and slow, really concentrate and listen, you can still get signals. I just like to take a very little bit off the top to start with, just to make sure it is a signal, and it helps pinpoint it a bit. Which that's as deep as it was, so I was basically sitting on the surface. here somewhere. Okay. It is gold. But it's ridiculous. I can see why it was left in the last person's hole. I nearly even gave up on it. I don't want to get too much dirt in the scoop, because if it sits at the top of that, you won't hear it. You'll end up throwing it out. So just do a little bit at a time. Takes a bit longer, but in the end it probably saves time. There we go. Another tiny bit of gold. They're so small here. I just found a nice bit of gold in this hole down in the sort of crushed up quartz and gravels. I didn't film it because I found quite a few small ones and just wanted, the battery's going flat on my phone, so just wanted to get it out of the hole. But I've got it out and rechecked the hole as you should, and there's another signal in there, so I thought I'd get you out and you can have a look at this one. Another tiny little bit of gold. I doubt I would have heard it if I hadn't have dug the first target. It was a bit bigger. So that's it for the day. I got about 6 pieces, maybe 7. There's a bit of ironstone I've got to break up. I think there could be a bit of gold in that. This area does get a bit of a going over, even though it is hard to get to. With me on the bike, I'd never be able to get up here because it's, you know, quite a big walk and very, very steep in spots. Definitely can't get my car in here. People that do get their cars in there have the old bush pinstriping down the side. That's not what I want to have happen to mine. Another little lesson in here, because people have been in here, there's a lot of holes dug, a lot of area worked, yet they never get it all. I think in the last video I said I like to fill in holes. There's too many open holes out here to fill in for people from other detectorists, which is always a bit disappointing. But don't let that deject you. Go over their holes. If they're not filled in, I always work on their, perhaps they're not overly proficient detectoring. You probably find people that are a bit better at it, do it a bit more, fill their own holes in. And today's been an example of that. I found 2 bits of gold pretty much in or right next to open holes. Thanks for watching. If you could leave a comment or like the video or even subscribe to the channel. Hopefully, as the videos go on, I'll get better at it and even a bit better at talking to the camera. Thanks for watching.